I'm in. Let's go.
It's the Buzz Bearded BS broadcast. 3 things you should never trust before noon. We're lightly buzzed, aggressively bearded, and comically full of it. Lots of laughs, nonsense, and opinions that nobody asked for are starting right now. Welcome into another exciting episode of the Buzz Bearded BS broadcast. QB for short. Of course, none of us are QBs, but a few drinks of what we got in front of us here, we might feel like we could be QBs, especially after the Super Bowl just a few weeks ago. We won't get into that too much here today. Of course, as always, your host, Tegan Terhune.
Rusty Turner.
And Clint.
Oh, my God.
We'll start off strong on this one.
He hasn't even had anything to drink yet.
Right? We haven't. Oh my
we haven't even started yet, and already he's on one. Like, this is going to be a very interesting day.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so Clint Crawford, a.k.a. Clant. If you don't know what we're talking about, go check out our shorts on YouTube, TikTok. You'll pick it up pretty fast. Also, as we know now from our last episode, Clint, a big supporter of building over cemeteries.
Right? Yeah.
Again,
who needs
a headstone when you can have one hell of a duplex?
Right. Hey, I found out more information about that bar.
Of course you did.
Yeah. It's actually probably, he said, I was talking to my buddy who
Beetle?
Yeah, Beetle. And
I still can't believe it.
I can't believe his name's Beetle.
And
if you say his name 3 times, does he appear?
Yes. No, true story. Yeah. Yep.
We've said it twice.
Yeah. Let's not because he's recovering from surgery. So
no.
I don't want him to appear.
Could you imagine he just appears and lands on the table? Wait, what kind of surgery?
He had some dental surgery.
Oh, that's fine. Like if he lands on the table, it's not going to hurt him that bad.
Right, yeah.
Dental surgery.
He said
I
that
thought it was like life-saving surgery. I was like, oh, dental surgery.
He's founded all information all the way back to 1934.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we might have to get Beetle on here at some point. You know, again, just say his name 3 times, he might show up.
Right.
Well, as you all know, the way things work here, we got a nice little bottle right in front of us. We'll go until it's empty. And this bottle here today brought to us by our good friend Rusty Turner. Rusty, what are we drinking here today?
So this is Old Smoky. They're mainly known for their moonshine, but they also make a lot of different flavored whiskeys. This one's cookie dough. So I immediately was like, yes, please. The fat man in me was like, cookie dough.
I love how the skinniest dude in the room goes, the fat man in me. It's like, well, he's got to be in there because he sure ain't showing, that's for sure.
But so they've been around way before the laws allowed. Like they were making moonshine back in the day, and that's their claim to fame is like they've been around for a lot longer than what they legally should have been.
That's their claim to fame. They're criminals. They were criminals. Now
it's a legit business.
I mean,
hey, did you know? I think Lyon County was the first here in Kansas was the first dry county before Prohibition. Like,
of course it was.
So
shocking.
So we're drinking in the city that outlawed it before,
and our liquor laws are still archaic.
You're right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and see how
We're
it
not
tastes.
bitter at all.
Welcome into the first shot. Yeah, Clint's not bitter at all about it. That's for sure. No, he's totally fine with the history of Lyon County and Prohibition. No issues there whatsoever. My goodness, that thing is like triple child locked.
It is.
That might be a problem for us.
Yeah. They call it child proof. We call it idiot proof. And speaking of proof, what proof is this? Like
60 proof.
60 proof. So
that's not bad.
it's not super heavy.
No, that's fair. All right, go ahead.
The moonshine, on the other hand.
Yeah, I can imagine that might be a little strong.
It's a little strong.
All right, let me get a little bit of this. And I'll be honest, I don't like whiskey very much, so the cookie dough aspect, it's not my go-to.
It's cookie dough.
Ooh.
Cookie dough. Now, let me tell you something.
Daddy lied.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to drink this now. Like, Clint's getting aroused next to me. Are you checking for coagulation?
No. I thought there was something that is a bubble. I was like, I thought I got cork in it.
You thought you got cork in it?
Yeah, from the cork.
I don't think the cork's gonna hurt you, man.
I know, but I don't want to drink it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you'll eat mac
It'll
and
come
cheese
out
anyway. Cheers, boys. Oh. Wow. Okay.
Diabetes.
Cookie dough.
I feel like this is why Cookie Monster's so addicted. It's not the actual cookies he's eating. He's drinking cookie dough whiskey. That'd be an interesting thing to see on the Sesame Street craft table. What's with this cookie dough whiskey? Don't ask questions.
I bet he's a real asshole drunk.
Yeah, he's an a-hole, not drunk. So.
Yeah,
No, that's Grouch.
That's great.
Yeah.
well, imagine those two together at a bar. Oh,
I bet Grouch becomes the loving drunk, and Cookie Monster becomes just the asshole. I'll say it.
Imagine Elmo. Elmo's the college co-ed standing on the table dancing because
or he's the little
that's
person. He's the little person that climbs up on the bar and drops an elbow off the bar from the top rung.
Actually be from the top rope.
Oh my goodness.
Big Bird's just sitting there watching this all happen.
Just
'cause he's
shaking his
6 years
head.
sober.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's not bad. But I didn't know what this was going to be like. Not that I don't trust Rusty's judgment, but I was a little curious. So
Sounds
I
like
did
it.
bring a mixer here.
Yeah, let's bring the mixer in.
Yeah, so
Sounds good.
who doesn't like a little cookies and cream, you know? So a little A&W cream soda here as Clint rotates through his 3 glasses that he brings to every show. Thank you, sir. I learned after the last episode to not let you pour for me. we were halfway through that bio.
We were.
That Bayou
The shots were
Satsumi.
huge.
And I remember sitting
2
there.
drinks in.
Right.
So Corey told me today, he goes, hey, so unlike last time, please don't eat while you're on the show because there was like crumbs and stuff on here. I looked at him and I said, Corey, you didn't drink that stuff. I needed pretzels or something because halfway through the show, I was literally seeing through a haze. It was like the fog bowl back in the 70s or whatever it was between the Eagles and the Packers or the Eagles and the Bears, and I'm just sitting there like, there's 3 Clints. Like,
We broke Tegan.
did you not? If you go back and watch that episode, there's actually a point where you're talking. I'm just sitting there like this.
No, I gotta go look.
The internal monologue, I'm pretty sure, was like, you need to blink. You need to blink. You need to blink. Why are you not blinking? And I think if you go back, there's actually a short segment where I'm just going like this. So I was like,
Morse code.
I'm not blinking
Help
enough.
me.
SOS.
I'm not blinking enough.
Well, what's sad is, we're second pour in and we're halfway through the bottle.
Yeah.
Right.
Gee, I wonder why. Who poured the shots?
Good thing I brought pizza pockets.
Here.
You want some of that?
Yeah, mixy.
Oh yeah, I'm
gonna try it.
I'm really excited for those pizza pockets, by the way. Okay, so listen, I'm a big guy. Clint's a big guy. Rusty's here.
What?
You're not big,
Right.
not comparatively.
He's tall.
He's tall.
I bet he could be intimidating if he had to.
Oh, I didn't
wait,
say
hold on.
that.
Mixy.
Mixy. Oh wait, sorry. Mixy. No.
No.
Never again.
That was
That looks like it hasn't been in an orifice.
right. That is a new
so-
Sharpie.
I don't know. Corey, can you confirm? Is this new Sharpie?
That is a new Sharpie.
Okay,
100%.
it's a new Sharpie. All right.
He's just glaring at his
Right.
assholes.
He's like, jackass.
That's pretty good. No. Am I gonna have to listen to you do that the whole show?
No,
Just
I don't have any gum in.
no.
I took it out.
So as I was saying, you're
It's
a
not-
big
it's
guy.
underneath David.
I'm a big
No,
guy.
I'm joking.
I do need to lose some weight, and that became apparently clear earlier this morning when we were all texting because we always talk, before the show and stuff. And Clint messaged us, and he goes, "Hey guys, was gonna make pizza pockets, but I ate all the ingredients."
Right.
And I literally, I was looking forward to these so much, and I literally texted him. I'm like, I said, shit's about to go down. Because I was legitimately angry. And then he texts back and goes, haha, joke's on you. I'm like, that wasn't funny. And my wife heard me having this monologue of my friend ate all the ingredients for something I was really looking forward to that's not healthy for you. And my wife just goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, Clint made it seem like he wasn't going to make pizza pockets for the show because he said he ate all the ingredients and I was upset. And she goes, "Sweetheart, I think you need to get in the gym." Like it's okay to be upset if somebody eats the last pizza pocket, but the fact that you were upset about the idea of pizza pockets is very concerning.
What makes it better is we heard that all the way down in Olpe.
Yeah.
I'm like, I looked at Jenna after that. I'm like, "You hear that?" And she goes, "What?" I said, "Tegan's throwing a fit." She just starts laughing.
To be fair, I knew that I needed to lose some weight the other day when I was at a restaurant and I was watching somebody eat a burger and I got aroused.
Dear Lord.
I was like, "Oh yeah." My food hadn't even arrived. Yeah. Let me be clear. It wasn't me like getting aroused by the food itself. It was just the act of like somebody eating food. I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I had to have a very serious conversation with myself afterwards. Like, "Buddy, I think it's time for you to get on a fucking diet." That is a problem.
I bet they could make that a song like, that new song I've been hearing and play on TikTok quite a bit is I took Viagra before I went to church or something like that.
Took what?
Viagra before I went to church.
Please let that be the outtake. What? Oh my God. No context. Just
right?
Just Clint.
Just him saying that.
I took Viagra before I went to church.
Yeah, took Viagra at church. Yeah.
That's a song?
Yeah.
Rusty, please tell me you got something about that on
No, I've never heard of this.
Wait.
What?
Please stop.
We're going to hell for that.
And I'm driving the bus.
What did I just hear?
I don't know.
I've got a whole sleeve of Jesus on my left arm, and it's burning.
No, that's the Seahawks jersey.
Oh.
Speaking of, what's up with that?
Yeah. So anyway,
that's why I only bet money.
I may or may not have lost a bet, and I now have to wear Seahawks apparel every week through the end of March at city commission meetings because I lost the bet. Now here's the thing. I feel like a loser right now because obviously I got to wear the jersey of the team that beat my favorite team, the Patriots, but I did throw out to the guy that I made the bet with. Yeah. I said hair versus beard. Oof. Loser shaves. Oof. And he backed out of it. And I was like, "Oh, well, somebody's not very confident in their team now, are they?"
You bet.
And I realized,
I
realized his internal monologue was like, "Buddy, I'm doing you a favor." Because
I was
he knew
gonna
how
say.
that game was going to go. I was halfway, we were halfway through that game. And my wife is sitting there, so she didn't realize that we didn't make that bet. I told her that was what I proposed. Oh my. I never told her that he turned it down. Right. So she's sitting there. My wife does not like me clean shaven. She wants my beard. And so she's sitting there watching this game. My wife doesn't give a shit about sports. Right. The only time you'll see her at a sporting event is if I'm hosting it or broadcasting or something because she goes to support me because she's amazing. I love you, baby. She's incredible. She's sitting there and she's yelling at the Patriots defense, and she's like, "Somebody block a motherfucker!"
Yeah, the Patriots offensive line, yeah.
Oh my God, she's like, "Drake May's a bitch." I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Oh damn. Yeah.
But
I got tired of watching the field goal contest,
dude. It was rough.
I was like, "Yeah."
Until the fourth quarter,
done.
it was rough.
You know what though? I am proud of you. The fact that you actually watched a football game.
Half of it.
Well, that's about all there was worth watching.
So when did you stop? After the Bad Bunny concert?
No.
No.
I got up and started cooking.
He was commenting on that. He's like, "This is way more exciting than what's happening right there. Which one's gonna get brown faster, the steak or the onions?"
Oh it was the shrimp because we did a shrimp boil. So
oh hey,
that's our tradition now.
You didn't invite me,
right? From now on,
All right.
I can always we can. We can make it a thing.
I'll eat some shrimp. I'll eat that.
I'm down.
I do
I'm
shrimp.
down
We
for
do a shrimp boil.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we do an episode from a shrimp
Crawdad
boil. There
boil.
you go. I would love that, actually. If we did one from a shrimp boil and Clint just gets too into the episode and he smells something in the background, he just goes, shit, the shrimp! See how fast he really could move on a rugby field.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that was a bad game. It was not fun. But hey, big ups to the Patriots, though. I mean, that's my number one team. It's been my team since I was 10 years old. That was painful to watch, but hey, it was really great to have them back.
Well, now like Chiefs fans last year, it was rough to watch.
Oh, my apologies to you guys after missing the Super Bowl after 5 fucking years. Now you know what it's like to be a Patriots fan.
Right.
Everybody was
Everybody
cheering for
hates
you guys.
Yeah, everybody was in
And
the beginning,
then-
and then everybody flipped. Everybody
Yeah.
did a U-turn. They're like,
No.
Somebody-
I think it would be more of now we know how it feels to be a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Well, no, we had success. Suck
True.
it, Dallas.
true. Dallas hasn't been good
Don't you
since the
ever
90s.
compare me to a Dallas Cowboys fan ever
Right.
again. You can call me every name in the book. You can call me the C word. You can call me MFer. You can call me whatever you want. You ever compare me to a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know I wouldn't win that fight, but I'm going at you
Yeah, right.
full steam ahead.
Hey, the stadium is really cool.
It is. It is
Gillette.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that AT&T stadium.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Cowboys one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Cowboys one.
So they've hosted WrestleManias a couple times. And there was actually one point where right before WrestleMania started, there's a guy that does his name's Xavier Woods. Shout out to Xavier Woods. Runs it's called Up Up Down Down. He's a video gamer, big time video gamer, and they actually played video games. I think it was like Mortal Kombat or WWE, one of the WWE games, the 2K games. And they actually played it on the Jumbotron.
Oh,
there.
nice.
And they could literally walk around the arena, and anywhere you sat
Anywhere.
and looked, you could see it perfectly.
Anywhere. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Hey, if AT&T Stadium wants to have us come do an episode where we're just playing video games on the big screen,
Right.
I
I'm-
retract every statement I just made about the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm actually
Too
going
late.
to
Too late.
in September.
You lost that.
I'm going to the M&T Stadium in Baltimore. It's the Baltimore Ravens Stadium.
Oh yeah.
They're big All Blacks versus South Africa rugby match at M&T Stadium. I was trying to get it just right where I could go watch the Orioles game Friday from our hotel room because the hotel is attached to Orioles Stadium.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
But,
it's kind of like they have the
yeah,
stuff in Fenway.
yeah,
you know?
Yep.
they're in Toronto that weekend. So
Oh, dude, have you ever been to Toronto?
no,
Oh, it's amazing.
Really?
Oh yeah, my wife's family, her extended family, they live in upstate New York in the Rochester area. So Toronto's like a 3-hour drive. So we went up there a couple years ago to visit her family on 4th of July, and we actually went to Niagara Falls.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. That's the only time I've been in Canada is when I went to the other side of Niagara Falls.
Well, everybody was really excited for us because I was like kind of posting stuff like, "Oh my God, Niagara Falls! Oh, can you please take a picture for me?" And this, and I go, "It's fucking water. Like it's water. Like it was cool. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like we didn't stick around very long. We were there for like 45 minutes and then we left.
Yeah.
I worked for a company out of Buffalo and never went to the headquarters.
to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, no, I didn't even make it to New York.
Sounds like you wasted a trip.
Right.
No. It goes to part of the Vegas, the one I.
Those are two completely different
No,
sides
no,
of
no,
the country,
no,
sir.
no. So the Vegas story that I just kind of 1,000-yard stare. Well, I need to get my buddy because he tells the story so much better.
That's a wonderful anecdote. Anyway, so we actually went to Toronto because I'd never been to Canada, but I had a family that been. I'd always wanted to go, and of course, it's the birthplace of hockey. So I'm like, we're going to Canada.
Sure.
And so we go to Toronto, and here's the really funny part was we had to take her uncle's car because, of course, we don't have a vehicle there. And apparently they had just gone to Toronto like 2 weeks earlier, her aunt, uncle, and their daughter. And they got stopped at the border and searched. And, I mean, there was nothing wrong, but
Right.
they had to pull everything out. They had to open everything in the bags. They got completely searched from like head to toe,
Wow.
car and them. And so they're like, okay, Tegan, you need to make sure have your passports ready. We had to go get a notarized note saying that they lent us the car, all this stuff. We pull in, Canadian guard sitting there. He goes, "Well, hey, how are you doing today? Good to see you. What brings you to Canada?" And I was just like, well, we've never been. We're visiting family in New York, and we just, I've always wanted to go to Toronto. We're going to Toronto." He goes, "Oh, Toronto. Oh, it's you picked a good time of the year to do it. I don't know why he turned into Irish all of a sudden.
He did.
But he's like, oh, you picked a good time of year. The moose are in. No, he didn't say that. But he
Moose are in mating season.
yeah. He's like, if you happen to hear a her, don't worry. It's not a car. It's a moose. But he goes, so you here for business or pleasure? And I said, oh, we're here for business or for pleasure, just here to take in the sights and see it and all this good stuff. And then, I mean, literally, it was a 2-minute conversation. He waves us through, no problem. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So
his
there was
accent
nothing.
reminds me of John Candy off of National Lampoon's Family Vacation. When
Well, so
the moose is closed.
So he sends us through, no problem. We get to Toronto. By the way, if you ever go to Toronto, it's like the cleanest big city I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. Like I love poutine. Love poutine.
Yeah, me and you.
I
That's why we're fat
didn't
guys.
think that's what you
That
were
is why
gonna
we're
say.
fat guys.
I didn't think that's what you were gonna say.
I love beaver pelts too.
Next week I'm down in Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
and I found a restaurant that has breakfast poutine. I'm gonna go try it. I'll let you know.
Yeah, so I love poutine, and that was what I was really looking forward to. I got some poutine from an A&W, which it was still amazing. But I dropped a fry like on the floor or on the ground outside where people have been walking. Picked it up, ate it, tasted fresh. Like it tasted better. Like it's so clean. Like
picked
you
it
can
up
literally
faster than my dog
You can
did.
literally eat off the ground there in Toronto. But we went to the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Got to go see that. That was incredible. I got to touch the Stanley Cup.
They let you touch the Stanley
Yeah,
Cup?
you can go take a picture with it and you can touch
I
it.
want them to test the Stanley Cup and make sure it's the real one because I bet he smuggled it back.
Probably.
Yeah, I was just walking through the whole Hall of Fame,
Ocean's
literally with like a
11
big
shit.
hunchback. It's like people were like, I think he has the Stanley Cup in his in the back.
Why is he walking so weird?
Mind your business. Don't judge me. But no, and then we come back.
Viagra.
It's the Jesus Viagra. So no, we come back through, and I'm thinking, okay, we had no issues on the Canadian side. It must be the American side. We're coming back through. We stop, and the guy he comes out, and he's typical, like a hard ass,
Yeah.
border patrol cop, and
Yeah.
he goes, "What brings you to the United States?" I was like, "Oh, we're actually returning. We came up to Toronto for the day. We'd never been." And he goes, "Oh, how was it? Did you guys have a good time? Like, was it fun?" I said, "We went to the Hockey Hall of Fame," and he was just like, "Oh, I've always wanted to go. You'd think I could go. I'm only 3 hours away from it, but how was it? How was it?" I was like, "I got to touch the Stanley Cup." He was like, "You got to touch the Stanley Cup." It was like 2 5-year-olds talking about their new favorite toy. Anyway, we get back to her grandparents' house, and her aunt and uncle are there, and her aunt's kind of like smiling at me. She goes, "So, how was your trip to Canada?" I said, "Oh my God, it was amazing. It was incredible." She goes, "How many times did you get stopped?" I said, "We didn't get stopped." She goes, "Motherfucker!"
So, I when I was in the Marines, I had to go pick up one of my buddies, Skolarski, and he's a Ukrainian immigrant back.
Sure.
His family come from Ukraine, and
Yeah, I picked that up when you said
sorry.
Ukrainian immigrant.
we got it.
Kind of
Thanks.
gathered that.
My bad. So we're driving through. Well, in between San Diego and our base, Camp Pendleton, is a border patrol checkpoint, and he's such a dickhead because we go through and they start asking. They pull us off to the side for an inspection. He goes straight to speaking Russian. And we got pulled out of the car.
You think?
What do you know about Putin? I know nothing about Putin.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious. Well, hey, we are getting kind of close to the end of the bottle, and we've only had 2 shots. I think we need to move into our agenda here. We got to hear a little off the charts moments here. I want to hear what Mr. Rusty Turner has for us here today.
Right off the charts. So, everybody loves David Bowie, right?
Oh, my wife is a giant David Bowie fan.
Right. So everybody thinks, okay, what's it called where you have 2 different colored eyes?
It's a heterochromia or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
right?
See, I couldn't say it. That's why
I'm pretty sure I said it wrong, but
Yeah.
I sorry, real fast. I learned that from watching X-Men.
Okay.
I actually I knew it because I dated a girl that had that.
Really?
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like tetrachromia or something like
gorgeous.
that. Yeah, I know it's got an ek and a romia.
Right.
Anyway.
So anyways, everybody thinks David Bowie has that.
Oh.
That is not what he has. So when he was a
Wanna clarify
kid,
again. Had. He did.
Yeah. Rest in peace, David.
Play the Viagra song.
I'm going to point out that you kind of made the mistake with your Rick James comment the other day, and I caught it during the podcast.
I caught
when
it
you-
too.
Yeah, when you're like, he's going to show up and kick my butt, and I'm like, no, he's dead.
He did.
I was thinking. So I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was thinking of Rick Ross. We were 4 shots into the Bayou stuff, and I sat there and I went, "Wait a minute, Rick James is dead." When I was watching it, I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Hopefully nobody else caught that," because I was thinking of fucking Rick Ross.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Sorry.
No,
I had
you're
that
good.
thought.
That's funny. I didn't catch that.
I did. Oh no, I caught it. I was like, "Okay, nobody said anything, so I don't think anyone else
I
caught
caught
it."
it right after you said it, and I'm like, I'll just let it slide.
We'll let it go.
I was thinking of Rick Ross, the boss.
Oh my god.
Sorry, please continue.
Okay. So everybody thinks he has the heterochromia.
The eye thing, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he has different colored eyes. That is not the case. So I don't know how, I think I just hang out with the wrong people.
Clearly. No shit.
So David Bowie, Peter Frampton,
Yeah.
and another gentleman, George Underwood. They were like friends in high school. So this George Underwood got a date with this new girl in the class. So he was like, hey, I got a date, and David Bowie really liked her. So David's like, don't go. You're gonna look like a fool. She's not gonna show up. So he didn't go. Stood her up, and then
dog.
David Bowie then turned around and went on a date with her
Dirty
right after.
dog.
Right? I was like, oh, that's messed up. So George Underwood then went over and punched David Bowie square in the eye.
Good.
His pupil now will not dilate. That is what's wrong with him. George Underwood hit him so damn hard, his pupil won't dilate anymore. So that is why his eyes look different.
His pupil's like, I'm out.
He
Literally.
punched him so hard.
He punched the color out of his eye.
So, but then George Underwood then did most of his graphics for his albums and won a bunch of awards for it. So they then became good. They got over it. David Bowie said it was a blessing because he was like, no, now I look like a badass, and that is the story of Peter Frampton, George Underwood, David Bowie, and how David Bowie stole a girl from him, and then George then gave him the look that everybody knows him by.
Dude, I love David Bowie. Don't get me wrong, but every time I think of
Oh,
David Bowie, I
man.
think of Labyrinth.
Dude, who doesn't?
Yeah.
That's a great. I love it. That's a cult classic.
George was just trying to get him into character for that one years down the road. He's like, you're going to look like a real mysterious character.
Wow. Like, that is the craziest. I just learned that a couple months ago, and I was like, shut up. I was like,
Princess Diaries.
His friend punched him
shut
so
up.
hard for stealing his girl.
Hey,
And
so, David, do you have a mutation that causes your eyes to do that? No, one of my best friends punched me in the face.
punched me in the eye.
Who
Now my pupil
hasn't
doesn't
had a story
dilate,
like that? You have a full-on permanent disfigurement. My buddy did it.
right? We made up. I'm like it totally
I mean-
like
It permanently disfigures you.
permanently.
And then it goes on to be one of the things that stands out about movies.
Exactly.
My buddy's got a scar on his hand because I stabbed him.
Okay.
So
There's a lot of things to unpack in that. There's a little bit of
Were
a
you
difference.
doing the knife thing?
no, I was.
No, he
I
just
was,
walked up. He's like, "You
I
took
was-
my girl."
No.
He Bowied him.
It was one of my best
He
friends.
buoyed him. Bowie knifed him.
and roommate, and we were out drinking.
Of course.
And we'd probably gone through a bottle of Crown by that point in time.
I love where this
Hey,
is
I've
going.
been looking for that.
Like where it's going?
And I'm
Don't
sitting
stab me
there.
over it.
And I had my knife, and he goes high-five before I could say, Nate, don't. He high-fives my knife.
Oh, my goodness.
Matter of fact,
Okay, so technically you didn't stab him. Darwinism stabbed him.
it went that far into his hand.
Oh my God. How are you still friends?
Because he stabbed himself.
Stabbed himself.
Okay, well, you led with, I stabbed my buddy, he has a scar there. So basically your
Well, he
story's
blames
bullshit.
me. It's funny. We laugh about it now, but we laughed about it then. We both fell over chairs.
I can't imagine that. He just has the knife sticking out of his head. He's like, oh my God! You should tell this on a podcast someday. Oh my God.
Gunslingers. Or not gunslingers. Yeah, Young Guns, where he gets stabbed and he pulls the knife out. Ouch. Me and this mic are going to fight by the end of the day.
Do it.
Stab it.
No, I'm not. It's too much. I can't afford that.
Porcelain cat that thing.
I think I saw. You just have a bad history with inanimate objects.
Right.
I just love the fact that literally everybody thinks like. I mean, granted, I also wouldn't admit if my friend who is a British illustrator jacked me in the face and fucked up my eye. I probably wouldn't sit around and be like, so anyway, this like 5'0" British dude like got really mad at me for stealing someone else's girl and he punched me in the face.
Straight punch.
So wait, let me go back there. Did he steal George's girl or did he steal Frampton's girl?
George's. So George.
So where does Peter Frampton fit into
No,
this?
they were just friends. That's just the interesting fact.
Okay, fair enough.
One is, it was like,
Frampton was in the background. Frampton was in the background like a UFC fan being like,
"Oh!"
he had the Joe Rogan reaction. Oh!
No, they were just they
From
were
the top rope.
They were all three just good friends.
From the top rope. Boom.
And then David Bowie stole his girl and
That's why we
George
need a little
Underwood
person. As a
socked him in
friend.
his eye.
We really need to find a little person.
How did you arrive at that assumption?
What?
From the top rope. And your voice that you did with the from the top rope.
I guess if there's any little people out there that want to be friends with the three of us, I don't recommend
That
that.
would be awesome.
You could make Clint Crawford's dream come true. Give us a call. That's no.
620.
Don't do it.
must be under 4'5". That's gonna be on Craigslist by the end of the week.
Could that be a shirt?
Searching for my small friend. Oh,
That'd be an awesome shirt. I'm sorry.
We're canceled. Episode 3.
we get another shirt after he finds his small friend. And it's just them holding hands, walking down a pier together.
Hell yeah!
On the back, it just says "Dreams do come true." Hashtag off the top rope.
There's a picture of me in San Diego of me and my dog where I sitting on the beach and all my friends went in and just started photoshopping inanimate shit into this picture. And the best one though is the new mushroom cloud, and we're just kind of looking at off into the sunset in this mushroom cloud.
Jesus, that's probably what would happen if we get you your small friend.
I'm okay with this. I just want a small friend.
I mean, technically, everybody that meets you is a small friend.
True. I mean, technically, my wife. I mean, whole 5'2",
Who almost killed you getting into the house today.
that was my fault. But hey, still.
Oh, it was your fault.
Yeah.
What?
Well, so they came in, and I guess Clint told her at the last second, "You gotta turn right," and she almost turned right into the freaking yard.
No. So we're turning on the street, and I actually told her to turn left. And they go, "No, sorry, turn right." And she's like,
And then he gets out of the car and he looks pissed. And I'm just like, I'm out on the front porch with Corey.
Make fun of her anymore.
I'm out on the front porch with Corey smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, "You good, Clint?" And he just goes, "Yeah, my wife just tried to kill us." My wife tried to kill me, and I'm like, "Well, to be fair, this has been coming for a while."
I've done nothing but burn my wife all morning. So
I told Jalna, I went to Jalna. I was like, "What happened?" And she goes, "He told me to turn left, so I turned left." And then I looked at her and I said, "Hey, in fairness, if you had killed him, we'd still have you on the podcast to talk about it." That's all the episode.
dude,
would have
I'm
been
trying.
about.
I am so trying because
We do need to have like a wives episode or
yeah,
wives
we
and girlfriends
keep
episode.
talking about Jalna and I just wanted
Too soon.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I just want to see this happen.
Hey, but hey, one thing though, you pointed out my Seahawks, the Seahawks jersey. I need to point out, where the hell were you on Thursday at the Lyon County Spelling Bee?
Right?
Rusty and I were there having a great time.
Right? What? The kids don't need security? The kids aren't good enough for you?
What? Because they can spell and you can't? You don't want to be there to support them?
They didn't have enough crowns to pay me, so
Yeah, that's what it was.
Probably.
He didn't want to relive his nightmare trying to read in middle school.
dude, I went to I had to work the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation yesterday.
Right.
Last night they had crowns,
They had,
so I was sitting there snacking on crowns all night.
oh,
It's fucking awesome.
hell yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, though, you want to talk about awesome, that Lyon County Spelling Bee right there.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, no, but a policeman showed up at the other building, the Clint Boyer building that we were.
Yeah.
I was at, and was like, I heard some like 67-year-old needs an assistant, and they're like, "There's only like 16-year-olds here. What? I don't know what." They're like,
point at
"No,
Russ.
someone."
That was at
someone-
the Boyer. You were at the Boyer building.
Yeah, I was
That
at the Boyer building.
Anderson
Yeah,
building.
but it was at the Anderson building. We didn't know. We're like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then you said you were over there. I was like, "Oh, dude, did someone
Yeah.
someone die?"
No, nobody died. I'm just
Stuff happened.
stuff happened.
Okay.
Nothing bad. I just until we
Stuff happened.
yeah
Right?
stuff
Yeah.
happened,
Yep.
Hey, I do want to say shout out to your kid though. I mean, he put in a hell of an effort.
Right? Pistachio is a hell of a
That,
word to smell.
dude, that is a hard
So
word.
okay, so I was telling you about this. So what happened was, Rusty's kid is in it, and like I'm like, okay, now I have a vested interest in this. I'm like, all right, kid, you're carrying my hopes and dreams. Like, here we go. And like he gets up there and they give him pistachio, and I'm like, oh shit. I was like, uh-oh. And he stood there. I want to be clear. I'm not making fun of your kid.
No, yeah.
But he stood there, and I mean, it took him a minute or two.
It did.
And he starts
you
off.
could
He goes,
see it in his face. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, "Oh crap!"
he goes, pee. I'm like, all right, good start.
right?
And then he follows it up with, oh, and I'm like,
right.
no.
No.
So
Yeah.
obviously he got out.
Yeah.
And so literally Rusty's sitting like 4 rows in front of me. And as soon as he gets out, I text him. I go, this whole thing is fucking rigged.
Fucking rigged.
This whole-
Recount.
But
This whole thing's
like
a
the
shit
next
show.
word was easy. Like
The word
one-
before was
Yeah.
before was weather.
Yeah, I was like, God, dude.
I'm like, man, Rusty, who'd you piss off?
right, pistachio.
You didn't
I was
pay
like,
enough money,
I was
man.
like, good damn.
You didn't pay the judges
I
off
guess
enough money
not.
to give him a good word.
Well, and that lady's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And she
What you-
runs that.
She
What
runs
you
like
tried to give her?
clockwork.
25 cents? I mean,
A lot of money back in her time. Well, before we get in trouble,
Right?
I'm going to try and move this along.
right. We need to move along.
I see where this is going, and it's not going to end well
no.
for any of us.
No.
So,
We're
hey,
trying to
she's
stop
got
it.
Dude.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Oh, my God. Seriously. Oh, no.
drop dead Fred there. Sorry.
I'm out.
Stop.
I hope he's joking.
right. Yeah. Your segment's up next, I think.
Jokes have consequences, man. Jesus. That was not funny.
It was hilarious.
She's a nice lady. Good Lord. Well, with that being said, I think it's time for us to show that we can give some great advice. And it is time to get into our favorite segment, What Are You Asking Me For?
Yeah.
We offer some advice to folks who are just in need of it a little bit. And, hey, guys.
We got
a sponsor!
We got a sponsor. Let's
We
go.
got a sponsor!
Yeah. No.
Want to say this next segment is brought to you by the Axe Shed, and I made sure they sponsored this particular segment because, kind of like asking us for advice at the Axe Shed, you can blindly throw an axe and hope it sticks. Make sure you visit the Axe Shed at 616 Commercial Street in Emporia. They've got axes, they've got fun, they've got food, courtesy of Simple Simon's Pizza. Grab you a slice and
Their
throw
pizza's
some
awesome.
axes.
The
It is
calzones
good.
are really good.
The calzones are
I
fantastic.
heard that. I
All
haven't
of that
tried one
and
yet.
more at the Axe Shed at 616 Commercial Street in Emporia. I want to say thank you to Caleb Shed, the owner, good friend of mine, for supporting this endeavor. We appreciate you, Caleb. Anyway,
Thank you.
are you guys ready for some advice?
Yes.
All right. Well, you have heard me before mention that this generation can be a little soft at times, gentlemen.
Sure.
And I'm very proud that there's a parent who was telling us that they think their child might be a little too soft. So bear this in mind. Here we go. Good, whatever time of the day it is, boys. Great start. That's self-awareness right there. So I've heard Tegan before mention that he thinks the current generation can be a little soft. At first, I thought maybe he was being a little bit unfair. Way to call me out there, dude. That is until
got me now.
My son, at the time of this writing, has been inconsolable for the last 4.5 days because he got into an argument with one of his best friends that led to his friend saying, "I hope your Xbox dies and you lose all the games in progress."
Dude, that is awesome.
Oh,
That is the worst curse ever because I would be
It gets better.
destroyed.
This brought him to tears. He told his friend he hopes he never sees him again and he will never, ever experience joy. He then ran to his room and locked himself in it for 2.5 hours, crying, yelling, and screaming. Now, listen, I understand what was said to him was said with malice in heart. However, I don't think this young man quite understands the struggles we had growing up. By the way, I'm 36 years old. Listen, I want to support my child, and I want to make sure that nobody ever hurts them. But at the same time, wishing that your video game console, which can easily be replaced, dying is a far cry from threatening someone's family. Hold on. How do you suggest I talk to my child about possibly toughening up just a little bit and not letting little things like this get to them? Hold on. I think we already have an answer to this. Clint?
Rugby.
There we go. Problem solved right there. Put that little sumbitch in rugby. They'll toughen him up.
Oh, you can start him in women's rugby. He'll definitely toughen up there.
I will argue that the women rugby teams are way more intense.
They're
than
meaner.
guys.
Dude.
They're evil.
I've played in a co-ed tournament called Horfest, and never again.
Never again. Rusty, you look like you had something to add.
No. I don't think he's sad about the game. I think he's because it was the second part I think that probably got to him. It's because he said, "I hope all your games like." I
put a lot of time in my games.
They did a study on this. And first off, so games are different when we played them than they play them now. So they are a continuous game now.
Sure.
That you just keep going and going and going.
Right.
Where before, we had 3 lives. We had to get through all the stages with our 3 lives, whether it be Contra, Mario Kart, whatever.
Ooh, Contra.
Oh,
Ooh, Super Contra.
That's a throwback.
Right?
Golden
Unless you knew the code and you get 99 lives. But that's not the point. The point is they're wired different, and games have a big part of that.
Sure.
They build these games up, and they just keep going and going. And once, like, if they put hours and hours and hours into this game and it just gets deleted, they feel like they just lost.
Dude, I think I've
so
got
much of their life.
600 hours.
So it's
Fallout.
different. Yeah. I get it.
But also on that note,
I understand being upset about it.
Yeah.
I understand that. But guys, the games didn't get deleted.
Right.
True.
He just didn't happen.
He just wished. Also, by the way, what a freaking insult to throw at someone.
I know.
that's awesome.
Remember back in our day?
That kid.
I thought my best one was, I hope your armpits itch and you can't scratch it. But that one, I'm going to start using that one. Sorry.
I remember when people used to hurl real insults like, I hope your dog dies. Like, stuff like that. It's like,
your mama's so fat.
Yeah, you bring mamas into it. This kid is inconsolable because somebody said they hope their games go away. And I understand the process of being attached to something. But but at the same time, it's not like the kid walked in with a freaking magnet and ran it over the Xbox.
Yeah, but it also hurts when it comes from like your best friend.
Yeah.
Somebody that
we just established I did stab my best friend.
Exactly. And
you're stabbing. You were older.
But they're still friends.
Yeah, but they were older and they knew the consequences of him
He's how I
playing
met
with a
my
knife.
wife, so I can't
Tell you
be
what,
too
kids,
much.
stab your friend first, and then see if you can get past that. No, don't do that. No, that's a terrible advice.
he was our whiskey guy on our. We didn't have a flower boy or a flower guy. We had a whiskey guy.
guy. Little
Oh,
throwing
the throw the shots out.
throwing shots out. Yeah, I
And then
love
you
that.
stabbed him. What a guy.
I stabbed me before he was our whiskey guy. But
That's
he
why
wore a tutu.
That's why on the
He
left
wore a
side.
tutu. Shut
That's
up.
why
he
on
wore a tutu.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
That's why on his left hand he couldn't throw it as far.
Yeah, John is like, you got to do it with the tutu, and he goes, okay.
That's why he only does it with his left now. Can't feel it.
Wow.
It's like somebody else is doing it.
It's called the stranger. When you sit on your hand,
Sit on your hand until you
till
can't feel
numbs.
it.
I can't see if Corey's dying or not.
This is the first episode where good old Clant didn't get us canceled.
Right?
Jesus.
It's the first time.
I said it's the first
He's
time.
rubbing
I said
off
it's the
on
first
me.
time you haven't. Rusty's the one that's getting
He's
into trouble
rubbing. He's
now.
rubbing off on me.
We still
Jesus.
have. How much longer do we got?
Too much time. We got way too
Challenge
much.
accepted.
Okay. All right. So back to the subject. So how do we toughen this kid?
Steer this back.
I'm waiting. You know what I think? You know what I think we need to do? We need to talk to the school district and bring back dodgeball.
Ooh.
Dodgeball. I'm
Right.
sorry, but I notice a massive decline in toughness when dodgeball went out of
got-
schools.
Dude,
Let me
who
tell you
still
something.
remembers that sound? Tang.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you something right now. Nothing is going to toughen a kid up or teach them faster that life's not fair than some 6'2" third-year senior who can't seem to graduate with a full mustache and arm sleeve tattoo, hurling a red rubber ball at you at felony-level speeds, smiling while he does it, taking one right off the nose, going to the coach and being like, "It hurts!" And the coach telling you, "Get back in there. We got 2 more rounds, you little bitch." That will teach you
Have
to
you
toughen
seen-
up
have
real
you
fast.
seen the
Man, I'm having
adult ones?
flashbacks of Mr. Taylor. Damn.
Have you seen the highlights of the adult dodgeballs? They're
Yes.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I remember the
dodge,
one. I remember the
duck,
one.
lady getting pissed off because she.
The dude did like a reverse behind the back
Right, yeah,
throw and just ping, wow, hit a chick right off the face.
Right.
She flips him off and cusses him out, and I'm just
did.
like, fucking duck! Why are you mad?
The 5 Ds, man. 5 Ds of dodgeball.
What is it? Duck, dip, dodge, dive, and
dodge.
dodge.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can
Dodge anything.
That's my answer. Dodgeball. There you go.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
I agree, and it didn't
Red
really
Rover.
hurt, even
Red
in
Rover.
the face. Even if
They
you
need
took
to
it
bring
in the
that
face.
back
Come
too.
on.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Red Rover always started so, like, it always started out so civilly.
It benefited the fat kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how hard you're holding.
No,
that
no.
fat kid's going to go through.
You could also tell in that game, you could tell which kids were there for the experience and which kids were there to fucking win.
Right.
Because you'd
I
have
was the
one
second
kid.
one.
I was too. You'd have the one kid who's like, you know.
Oh, you made
5
fun of me? Watch
No,
this.
no. You had
My
the kid,
time to shine, bitches.
You'd have the one kid who's like 5 feet tall, and he'd just be like, da, 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 da.
Right.
Oh no, I didn't get there.
Oh.
Well, I guess I'm with my other friends. Then you got someone like Clint, me, or Rusty, who lines up. They get into a 4-point stance, and they yell, "Hut, hut, hut!" right before they run, and they're just running at you with.
The only time we made it off the bench was Red Rover and dodgeball.
I mean, literally, it was, if I'm not making it through, you're going to have to sacrifice Timmy to make sure I don't. Like, somebody was going down.
We're the reason there's no more Red Rover.
Yeah. They saw us, and they were like, lawn darts, Red Rover, and dodgeball.
Lawn
Get 'em out.
darts. No.
But no, I think,
I'm going to have to buy another set so I can bring you here and just sit them on the table.
just toss them every time you don't like
Yeah.
it.
Start having
Not
them
on the
background.
table. Not on the table.
The table's nice.
It is.
Back to the point, though. I mean, I listen, I understand your point about, you know, they're probably emotionally distraught.
It's just a different generation.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's very easy for me to sit here and you to sit there and Clint to sit here and be like, oh, back in my day. But to be fair, we've progressed.
Yes.
There are certain words you would call somebody back in our day that if you called them that now, you're ostracized.
Well,
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Yes.
Me
right.
and my mom had this conversation when I went down to see her last weekend because I read something about a family down in Georgia they got in trouble with the state because they allowed their kid to go out to the store. He was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, they'd be shocked if they knew what I was doing at 6 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I was all over the damn town.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we
By
rode our bike
myself.
all over town.
Yeah.
What was the rule? Be back before.
No. When the lights turned on the street, that's when you had to go home.
Be
And
back-
then
be back
if
by
you
the time
still
lights
wanted
went
to
on.
go out, you had to ask permission, and usually it was a yes because your parents were already tired of you. The 10 minutes you were already inside.
Right.
But no, I do think that is a big point. Is you're right. It is a generational thing, and times have changed. But at the same time, life doesn't give a shit about how sensitive you are, which we all find out at some point.
And not to parent shame or anything like that.
No,
but
no, not at all.
that's also on the parents. You've gotten him to that point where he's on the screen.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
his life.
Dude, how old is the kid?
Yeah.
My 16-year-old he's always outside.
Yeah.
He'll play video games when but he's hunting, fishing, football, sports,
Well,
but,
let me be clear. I don't think there's anything wrong with playing video games.
yeah, no.
But you
because
have to have
I
a
do.
balance.
Yeah.
You
gotta have that balance. Yeah.
I was bullied a lot as a kid, which I think is why it kind of toughened me up a little bit. I was picked on a lot because I loved
Same.
Power Rangers and things like that. And I would play Power Ranger. I like to live in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
And so people would call me names and would actually physically assault me at times. Oof. And it toughened me up. You don't see that as much nowadays, which is good. I want to be clear. That's a good thing.
But
at the same time, I was very balanced too.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of TV growing up as a kid, which I think helped turn me into who I am. But I was also outside playing in the real world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right that kids
I still believe that people need every few years, somebody needs punched in the face.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't think it has to be malicious. Like I'm not advocating for the parents to go.
I'm not
jack the
advocating
kid in
for
the
violence,
jaw.
but the way
but
way
at the same-
today is
Yeah, but at the same time, like you just can't send your kid out, like you said, like you're gonna get in trouble. Like when we were kids, we just ran all over town.
Yeah.
You can't do that now,
dude.
without getting in trouble.
Me and my best friend, when I was younger, we scrapped.
Yeah.
And we're still best friends to this day.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I think that was something from our generations too. Is if you had a problem with a friend, you guys went into the backyard, you worked it out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, physically.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of fights with my friends because he said something I didn't like, or I said something he didn't like. So we went out back and we banged it out for about an hour, and then we came back in. We're laughing and joking. We're watching TV. We're doing all that stuff, and that's just the way it is. But I mean, this is a different generation.
Yeah.
And I don't ever advocate for violence as a first solution.
No.
But I do think that you want to have this conversation with your kid where you're trying to toughen him up a little bit and realize that okay, maybe that's not the. I'm just kind of reading between the lines. I think what they're trying to say is how do I teach him that those little things really don't matter because it's a very. I mean, let's be clear. Compared to what we went through, that is a puny insult. But I think the first thing you got to do is just tell your kid you're young. Like we've had this conversation before. The things that bother you the most when you're young, and if I remember correctly, kind of looking through this, they're middle school, high school age kid. I'm not going to give their exact age, but they're middle school, high school age. That's a very formative time. Your hormones are running hard. You're the most sensitive you'll ever be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize there's life beyond middle school and high school until you get into the real world. I think you just sit down with your kid and you just go, listen, 10 years from now, you're not even going to think about that because it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
And, of course, he's not going to believe you.
Well, yeah. And it goes back to the first episode where, it's that balance between, it's like training a horse. It's training a horse and raising a kid is like trying to hold a bar of soap in the shower.
A bar shit?
Yeah. And
you're trying to hold
you hold
hold a boy.
You hold it.
A bar shit.
We're talking about two different kinds of holding.
Yeah.
One of them you hold in your hands, the other one you hold somewhere else.
Somewhere else, yeah. Waffle stop. Anyway. Anyway. If you hold the bar of soap too softly, it slips out of your hand. If you hold it too hard, it comes out of your hand. So you got to find that balance where, you you find that balance where you can toughen them up, but still allow them to do the things they enjoy.
Sure.
I mean, like I said, Ethan, when he comes up here, you know, we go play, we go outside, we ride, but when I'm at work, he plays video games. I mean,
I think what's good though about this parent is they're wanting advice because they're not just letting their kid be a victim.
yeah,
They're not.
No,
They're
no,
saying,
yeah,
I just want to
that's-
toughen them up to where it. I think, again, reading between the lines, I think what they're saying is, I want to toughen them up so this doesn't affect them.
Sure.
go see Garrett at or you
You're talking about
at the gym.
Go
At
teach
the
your
gym,
Brazilian
yeah.
jiu-jitsu.
right
Or
yeah,
boxing.
jiu-jitsu.
That way, when somebody threatens your Xbox, you can choke them the fuck out.
or knock him out. You know.
Well,
Garrett
no,
would
no.
No, I love, and I'm not saying you're average.
I know
Dude,
what your point.
you're an awesome coach,
Thank
and you know I think that a lot of kids need to, because it also instills discipline in them.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Between the Brazilian jiu-jitsu or boxing, you know, and they learn, you know, that, well, fuck around and find out.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you don't know,
In
this man does so much stuff, especially
yeah.
with kids. Like be the change and things
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean,
Like,
yeah,
you
Clint's with
do.
me on that. yeah.
I'm with him on that being in change. Yeah,
nice.
it's
So,
awesome.
well, get me involved.
Yeah.
I want to help.
Absolutely.
And what you guys do are awesome. Like I love you guys.
And it's like I told, we had a conversation with our kids the other week, and that is, you know, we had a message, and it was, you're a person, not property. And the message was, property gets assessed a value.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to assess your value. So you're not property, you're a person. Don't let somebody assess who you are. And I think the big thing is, again, the parent saying, I want to toughen them up. They don't want their emotions to be determined
Right.
by somebody else's words.
Yep.
So teach them that they are a person
Yeah.
that is capable of great things, and tell them that words don't matter. Words are somebody else's assessment of you.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make you feel a certain way. They're trying to make you be a certain way. And they're trying to make you think you are a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you tell them that words are essentially meaningless, and again, 10 years from now, those words won't mean anything.
Yeah.
And I would venture to guess that this parent's kid and their friend have probably already made up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
They're
know,
probably playing video games right now as we speak.
probably. And it just goes to show you, sometimes people are going to say things in the heat of the moment they don't mean. You have to just kind of shake it off a little bit, you know, like old Tay-Tay said, just shake it off.
Great song.
Shake it off.
That is a great song.
But you also need to understand that when somebody says something hurtful to you, I think it's also important to evaluate what maybe you both could have done differently in that situation that got you both to that point.
Right.
Because this is your best friend.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. We don't know what transpired to get to that
Yeah.
point. Like we don't. But
And I'm not
But
trying to
you
blame
did
the kid. I'm
no,
just saying, like,
no, we're not blaming anybody. But
I had to reevaluate when I was older some of the situations where I was like, man, that person was a dick.
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and look back at it and go, you know what? Maybe they weren't. Maybe I did have more of a part to play in that.
yeah.
Yeah,
maybe I didn't
we've
handle
had
it
that
right.
conversation too.
Yeah.
with the kids and between us, because I'm pretty sure that some of the shit I brought on to myself being bullied was on me too.
Yeah.
You know,
Not all of it, but
Yeah.
there's definitely some stuff that I think we do that we don't see in the moment because we're the hero of our story.
Right.
I think the biggest thing is just sit down with your kid and explain to them these words don't matter until you let them matter. And running upstairs and locking yourself in the room and having a mental breakdown over that situation, while understandable, you're letting that person win and you're letting their words have power over you. So you're letting them assess your state.
Yep.
You got to just let it go. And I don't always practice what I preach. I mean, things hurt me too.
Yeah.
But you just got to let it go.
Yep.
You can't let somebody else control
It's
who you
it's
are.
tough, and it's tough to get over that hurdle. But once you start getting over that hurdle and understanding how it's affecting you and controlling you, that's when you win.
I think the big thing
also rugby.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Yeah.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Dodgeball.
Dodge rugby.
Ooh.
Dodge me.
Dodge me.
Dodge
we
me.
We made a sport.
We're gonna make it happen. Well,
Dude,
that's,
that'll be our version of basketball, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Dodge me.
There you go. Well, that advice brought to you by the Axe Shed at 616 Commercial Street in Emporia. Get on down there, see Caleb, throw some axes, and grab yourself some Simple Simon's Pizza while you're at it. Rolling right along here. Clint's had a lot of good input here throughout the episode, as he always does, as is Rusty. But it's time for Clint's own segment, the useless fact of the episode. Stop playing with your cup and get to work. That's
I'm
all I
working
can
on it.
hear in my headset.
Right? Me too. I was like, it was just spinning it over there.
I was trying to like signal him nonchalantly because I didn't want to rip into him on the epised. I was kind of like, this
Dude,
a couple of
I
times.
am stimming hard today. I don't know what my ADHD is just.
I was trying to trying to get his attention, and finally I just had to be like, "Stop it!"
I need like I need a fidget spinner or something.
Hey, who's got the cream soda?
Oh, I got your cream right here, buddy.
Just like Clint rises to the top. There we go. All right, Clint.
Like Viagra in church.
Oh my god.
What do you-
That is so wrong.
Jesus Christ. It's like a laxative. It works. What do you got for us?
So in the spirit of it being, I need some of that too. I'll take some of your cream now.
I was like, why was he
So
very aggressively slamming that at me?
in the spirit of St. Patty's Day, which is coming up, and I'm going to do some Irish pub useless information. That Irish pubs have a bizarre history, often serving as 19th century morgues, funeral parlors, and grocery stores.
Why do we keep going to death
Why?
with you?
Right?
You know,
Jesus.
it's a big part of my past. No, I'm joking. I kid.
Be all you
Damn.
can be.
Yeah, no. That's the Army. I was in the Marines.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Sean's Bar, which I've been to, awesome bar, is officially recognized as the oldest bar dating back to over 1,100 years ago
Where's this at?
in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Traditionally, Snugs, which it's a little like off chamber or off, like it's a walled off portion of the bar. That's where women would go to drink back during that thing, but drink discreetly. But temporary, going back to the temporary morgues, following an 1846 act, deceased bodies were sometimes stored in pubs before funerals. And then, they stored them in the,
That brings whole new meaning.
They stored them. They stored them in the pubs.
in the pubs, before the funeral.
that brings whole new meaning to the term stiff drink.
That's probably where they got it from.
Might
Might have been. Is that why they why we cheers?
like that, like
What
that
from my homie?
well,
All right.
like that bar up
He
there in
literally right
Alaska
there.
that has the toe that you can do a shot. They put the fermented toe in your shot. Up there in Alaska, yeah.
That's gross.
I will find. Yeah, anyway,
No,
it's weird.
No, let's
Anyway.
not find that. No, that's
Then
gross.
that time, Rusty would really have an issue with his fucking drink because the last time he's like, "Is this supposed to be coagulating like this?
Was
Is there
there a
supposed
toe?
to be a toe in this?"
Why is there a toe?
I'm 3T printing a
Right?
toe
It's
now.
not a worm. Like
Yeah.
it's a toe.
Anyway, so there's also a common misconception that to be an Irish pub you have to serve Guinness, and that's not true.
Good.
But you can actually find anywhere you go, you can find an Irish pub. It doesn't mean, I
Sure.
mean,
We have
anywhere.
one here in Emporia.
Well, yeah, here in Emporia.
Big shout out to Moretti's.
Hey, sponsor us.
Kilimanjaro has one, or not Kilimanjaro.
Isn't that the word you got out on?
Yeah.
your spelling bee?
I forgot.
That wasn't me taking a shot. That's
Right, I know. No,
legitimately-
that's legit. The word that but I forgot, dude. You can find them all over the world. It doesn't mean where you go, you can find an Irish pub.
No, 100%.
There's a reason why they say get your
Llewellyn's.
Irish
Llewellyn's.
Llewellyn's. We were talking about
Yeah,
Llewellyn's
Llewellyn's.
in Kansas City.
Dude, what did you think about the one I sent to you guys the other day?
Dude, that was
Oh
bad.
yeah, like we were talking about taking a trip to that.
Yeah.
That
would've-
where's that one at again?
Louisville,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, it was in Louisville.
That's like a 10-hour drive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
down.
We
for
looked
We're
it.
doing
up.
it.
Yeah, we looked
We're
up.
doing it.
We're going. We're going.
We're bar hopping all the way there. We're going to stop at Llewellyn's in St. Louis.
It's gonna be a. We're gonna have to bring
Every
somebody
3
to
hours, we're
designated
stopping at a
driver.
bar and then
No, we're just gonna bring a designated driver. The poor kid has to sit out in the car the whole time. Welcome to the Buzz Bearded BS broadcast team, kid. Here's your initiation. We're gonna go in there and have fun. You're gonna make sure we don't get a fucking ticket.
I got a 16-year-old. Hey, he can drive.
Oh, perfect. Well,
Or Jalna. Jalna's used to
I was gonna say I don't know. That's really good parenting. Hey kid, hang out at the car real quick. I'm
Nah.
gonna go. We're gonna go get drunk in a bar.
Taking him to Ireland, he might as well get started early.
Okay,
I'm joking.
We know you're joking,
the
but they
views,
don't.
yeah, the views of Clint
Well,
Crawford
okay.
do not reflect the views of everybody on this effing
We
show.
just need to start posting that before the episode.
Clint's gonna jump on the presidential bandwagon at some point and just be like, I believe every 16-year-old should be old enough to go to Ireland and consume alcohol.
Wait. Now, on that a little bit of a debate on that.
No.
No, it's legal age in Europe and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they don't have
But
the amount of.
But that's only for like
We gotta
light
hurry this
alcohols,
up.
right?
No, they can drink this or beers and stuff like that. They're fully, but they don't have the amount of.
Rusty, you could have been a little more conservative.
What? I barely poured any in there.
That technically you poured, I poured, so yeah, that would be right.
That is
my
Rusty,
turn. It's my turn.
Don't
but
finish it. We got more to do.
That's all right.
I know. I
That's
said
all
we
right.
better hurry this up.
Well,
But anyway, they don't have the amount of teen alcoholism that we do. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
they're number one.
It's a different age.
It
It's
is.
different, yeah.
It's a different culture.
But
culture.
going
Same
back to
thing.
mine,
Yeah.
they actually believe in the round system, which most of my buddies we do anyways. Which when each person buys a round, it's not just
Oh.
Yeah.
So
You
everybody
know.
has a turn.
Yeah, everybody
They all
has a
buy a
turn.
round for the
Yep.
whole pub.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you guys
Not
right.
the pub, just the group of friends.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah.
be like, man, if I gotta buy a whole round for the pub, I'm waiting until at least like 1 a.m. when everybody's clearing out.
That's when everybody's
But
getting there.
that Sean's bar is pretty cool. They
Whose
actually,
turn is it? Tegan's? Oh, we're on our way.
Sean's bar is pretty cool because they actually still have the old wall
Yeah,
from the original bar from 1,100 years ago.
that's impressive.
Yeah,
Impressive.
and they have. I actually found it, but I knew about it. Pretty much like how we have almost breweries everywhere we go now.
Yeah.
They actually have distilleries where every town almost has a distillery over there.
So what I've learned here is Irish pubs are just like crimes and herpes. You can get them anywhere.
Dime a dozen.
There you go.
I don't know if I'd compare it to crime and
Herpes.
herpes. Well, herpes. I mean, the Irish Mafia is a pretty big deal. So, but
And with that, we're moving on from this. Before Clint, we've already
gets a shot now.
we already
Yeah, before he starts going after mafias.
we already went after the pillowcase clan. Let's go after the Irish Mafia while we're at it.
No.
No. He's gonna wake up with one of our heads in his bed at some
Right.
point. And it's gonna have a clover.
Hey, there's
leaf.
my shrunken head.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I'm going to shrink it just for you.
No mourning, no sadness.
Well,
He's just
I
like,
can't hold
hey.
Tegan by the hair because there is none.
By
By the beard. Yeah, he's upside down.
Upside
Say
down.
hi to Tegan.
Hey, buddy.
We're gonna fucking fight.
And then get over it and be best friends again.
I can't wait.
See?
I can't wait for your fucking bike ride. And Unbound. So for those who
You're
don't
gonna
know,
say-
Clint's preparing to ride in the Unbound Gravel, which is a very famous gravel ride here in town. He's gonna ride in the 25 miler. I can't wait for you to come passing through a checkpoint. I'm gonna throw a fucking stick.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go. He's not going to throw it. He's going to run out and stick it in my foot.
Rusty's sitting there being a good friend, cheering him on. Rusty's like, "Yeah, Clint." Yeah. Oh no! I just come running in there, stick the stick in there. It's like, "Who's bald now, bitch?"
And what is this shooting thing you're doing?
Dude, I shoot.
Well, it might be the Irish Mafia. If we keep going
right.
along.
I shoot competition. It's called a precision rifle series.
Okay.
And we shoot anywhere from 125 yards to 1,100 yards or
Damn.
more.
Okay.
Okay,
So
that's awesome.
That is. That's cool.
Well, that's Clint's useless fact of the month. Of course, that is the that apparently Irish pubs are very common. You
Yeah.
can find them just about anywhere. So there you go. If you happen to be traveling anywhere, go find you an Irish pub. Let us know what it was like, because maybe here in the near future, we get a little bit more capital built up. I think we could turn it into a series, a Irish pub tour series. I think that'd be kind of cool. We
that'd
go
be
to different
fun.
Irish pubs across the country.
That
and
would be.
go tour those and see the atmosphere. I think that'd be kind of neat. So if you guys know of any cool Irish pubs in and around the area or even
that'd be
beyond, let us know. We'd love to go travel there and take a look at it. So All right, well, we got to keep moving along because we're on our last legs here.
Right.
We tore through
We gotta
that bottle.
hurry. We did, and you were worried.
Guys, I think we might have a problem. Welcome to the next episode of the QB podcast, where we are at AA. What happened to you guys? Well, we were supposed to do an hour-long podcast. We got through it in freaking 30 minutes because we got issues. But it's time for What Caught My Eye this week. Of course, myself being the resident millennial. Of course, I do a lot of doom scrolling. And guys, this caught my eye for a few reasons. But number one, the Winter Olympics, of course, at the time of this recording are ongoing. There's been some really cool moments that have happened here. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of the funniest things I've seen, they do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Well, the Winter Olympics, of course, was happening at the same time as the Super Bowl. So the fine folks at the Olympics took it upon themselves to go grab a few Olympians and some fans from other countries and test their knowledge of the two teams in the Super Bowl and see if they could name who it was. Of course, the two teams being the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Go Pats!
That worked out real well.
How about you fuck off?
I'm going to say he lost this. They did the same thing. It wasn't on the Super Bowl. He just lost the knowledge part, and now he's having to wear the Seahawks. We're boxing. We're boxing. We're boxing. And I'm going to lose because he boxes.
Next episode airs. Clint's got like a broken nose. I've got a black eye. Like, what happened? We had to work some shit out. Well, anyway, so they tested these Olympians and these fans, their knowledge of these teams. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's one of the funniest things I've seen all week. So here, I brought this for us to watch. So this is Olympians and fans.
Washington Fighters. I know this one, I have seen it before, but yeah, I have no idea. Falcon something.
Captain America.
The Millennium Falcon?
No. Speedy Eagle.
The Boston Falcons.
The Minnesota Eagles. The New Orleans guys.
Eagle.
It's the music. I love this guy.
I have no idea. Falcon something.
I know this one. I've seen it before.
Captain America.
Hey, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon. No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Speedy Eagle.
Boston Falcons.
The Minnesota Eagles.
They're so confident.
The New Orleans guys.
All right, I'm insulted by that
He
one.
just gave up. Eagle. Okay, so three things immediately stood out to me on this one. Number one, the first guy. And if Corey, if we could put up a still frame of the first guy, if you look at his face, he's like, the Washington Fighters? Like, he looks like he's trying to sell you drugs.
First one's free.
What? He reminds me of the German guys off of Beer Fest.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
What's wrong, Grandpapa? But
That was him.
Yeah.
wrong, Grandpa?
What's wrong, Grandpapa? No, but they...
He's going to show up with a skate and try to stab us with it.
Again, put up the picture of him. Look at him when he's looking at the thing. He's just like...
Right.
He looks like he's trying to sell you like magic
Super
beans.
creepy.
He's looking at the camera like we look at chocolate cake.
Yes. It's like,
Hey.
I'm going to punish this today. The second thing that stood out to me, again, if we can put up the still frame of the family that was there, the parents were so like clueless.
Yeah.
That kid, that little fat kid sitting there, first of all, I hope he grows up to be very successful. That little sumbitch was way too confident. He was so confident because his parents are sitting there going, and he just goes, Captain America.
That no, dude.
Hey.
And it was like, It was like, no, you're wrong. It's like, I think you're wrong. Like, I just guarantee you when they said he was wrong, he looked at them and he goes, no, you're wrong. Like the three little pigs off of freaking Shrek. He's just
No.
like,
The
thinking of
little
Willy
kid off Euro Trip.
Euro Trip.
Have you never seen that?
Oh, I've seen it. I'm trying to remember the little kid. I was thinking of Augustus Gloop from
That's
Willy
what
Wonka
I was
and the
thinking
Chocolate
too.
Factory.
I was thinking of
do
Willy
it.
Wonka. I was like,
I'm pretty sure as soon as that kid got done doing that interview, he went and just floated down a chocolate river.
That little kid does the
Sucked up a tube.
Charlie Chaplin mustache.
Oh, God, yeah. Shout out to Eurotrip. What an underrated movie. No, I've got the Pope hat. But then, if you remember, the mom was like trying to be helpful. She goes, Millennium Falcon? He goes, no! He's like, no, you dumb bitch. Of course it's not. They had a conversation off screen where he's looking at her like, you're always embarrassing me, Mom. This is why I want to go
It is
to
Augusta Glue, man.
It's Augustus Gloop. The third thing that stood out to me was the other German guy. I think it was the other German guy. He goes, I knows this fun. I know it. I don't know it. Like, he was so confident at the beginning, and then he just gave up, and he was just like, I don't know.
No.
Actually, and I'll add one more thing that caught me. The fourth thing. The guy who, at the very end, the Eagle, I guarantee you there were guns pointing at him off screen because the smile on his face and the way he said it, he was just like, please don't kill me right now.
I don't want to die.
Eagle. And then you just hear, like, right before it ends, you just hear, he's like, oh, God, no. Eagle. First of all, it's not an eagle; it's a Seahawk.
I can't right now because I would. Yeah, never mind.
Back to the Winter Olympics. Of course, at the time of this, we're through the first week, and what a Winter Olympics it's been. We almost got a fist fight in curling.
Dude, that was awesome.
Canada, come on, what's going
Well,
on?
not only that, but then the USA women's curling team beat Canada.
I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But no, what we're talking about is the Canadian-Sweden almost World War IX on ice. So if anybody hasn't seen this, during the Sweden-Canadian game or match or end or whatever they call it, the Swedish team got really mad because apparently the Canadian one of the Canadian players, he was still touching the stone after the hard line, which is I've recently found out is a no-no.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know that. I thought you could just go with it all the way. Like I thought you could basically just take a
once
header.
you release, you got to release.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So anyway, I'm watching this, and I first of all, I don't know why he's mad. I just see the Swedish dude getting upset.
Yeah.
And he's basically just like, oh, so, I just want to make sure we know. So if we can do it. First of all, he had a very American accent for a Swedish dude.
He did.
And I was just like,
Well,
I was like, why is he upset? And they kept saying something
a
about
lot
the
of
hard
dual
line.
citizenship
Oh, that's true.
in Olympics.
But he kept bringing up like the hard line. I was just like, what is he talking? Did he get the Viagra from Jesus? Like what? Like what is he talking
We're
about?
getting canceled.
So he's
Oh, wait till I play Ram Ranch for you.
Oh my god.
so
I got a story about that.
they're arguing about this, and like the Swedish dude is like he's being pretty polite, and he's just like, well, it's stupid. Like why you're cheating. You're da-da-da.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, of all people, the freaking Canadian's like,
Canadian.
hey, fuck you, man. I was like,
Oh,
we're going to see a fight. Oh.
and he said it like 3-4
yeah,
times.
he was like, hey, fuck off. And I was just like,
Yeah.
is he allowed to say that?
It's curling.
And then the best part is at the very end, they had one of the Swedish guys. They didn't post an interview with one of the Canadian players. They posted with the Swedish guy to go, so what was going on over there? He goes, it's curling. And I'm just like,
We've been friends for years.
we've been friends for years. And, tempers just get a little high every now and then. And, you just have to let it go.
Who won the match?
I think Canada did. I honestly don't know. I was just there for the fight.
I know, but I'm curious. Like,
Speaking of, sorry, getting off subject here.
Hold on.
Yeah. Sorry.
We'll
Go
have
ahead.
to Google that.
Yeah.
I actually don't. I thought Canada won, but I'm not entirely sure because they did just interview the Swedish guy, so it might have just been the Swedish guy.
what? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna. The winning side is always more humble. The losing side might have came out and been like, Fuck that bitch. He don't know what he's talking about.
I think it's more like sorry. Look, I'm sorry that happened, but I will punch you right in the tabernacle.
Right. Well, see, everybody thinks that's what Canada is, but
no, they'll fight.
they'll fight.
Not very well.
They lead the world in war crimes.
Okay.
Just so you know this. They do. World War I and World War II.
Damn.
That's where the term comes from. It's not a war crime the first time.
All I know is I remember that they put out the list of rules for the
Bringing it back, folks.
I remember they put out the list for the rules in the hockey competition, and they said fighting will be an immediate ejection. Normally, it's a 5-minute major penalty, so you're in the box for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They said it'll be an immediate ejection. I guarantee you it's because of the Kachuk brothers from the U.S., Brady and Matthew Kachuk.
Which beat their dad.
What?
So you haven't heard this story?
What?
Oh, man. So that Canadian USA fight.
Yeah.
So they beat when their dad played.
Yeah.
For
Keith
USA.
Kachuk, by the way,
Yeah.
one of the most legendary players.
His time from the puck drop to fight was like that.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah.
They
Okay.
beat their dad's time.
I did know that. Yes, I was aware of that. But all you said was they beat their dad, and I'm just like,
sorry. That I mean, you said the Chuck brothers. I'm like,
yeah.
they beat their dad's
So
time.
I'm 100% certain that's because of the Kachuk brothers. Because if you recall at the Four Nations face-off last year, it was Canada versus U.S. in a preliminary game, and literally, not even 0.2 seconds into it, Brady and Matthew drop the gloves and just start beating the shit out of the
little
Canadian,
animosity there between the two.
The Canadian one line, and I mean, just started pummeling them. I cannot wait. I hope. I've never said this before. I hope Canada makes it to the gold medal match because I'm pretty sure the Kachuk brothers would be totally okay with getting thrown out if they could just punch Sidney Crosby in the face.
You're right. Canada did win 8-6.
They did. Okay.
Yep.
I still don't know how you score curling. I know it's like a couple of ins or whatever it is. Or
it's like
sandbags, isn't it? Or is
no,
like
it's like shuffleboard.
Shuffle that.
Look at me. What the fuck about my appearance tells you I've ever played shuffleboard?
What? You've never played shuffleboard?
I've thrown the stones every now and then.
Corey's like, what the?
What the fuck? Whoever's closest, like
Corey's doing the YM.
Why you no play? But no, I just find it fascinating to watch because like they'll be throwing a stone and I'll sit there and be like, oh, that doesn't look very good. But in the meantime, you hear in the background, that's a great line.
who do we need to talk to at ESB to let us get on the ice rink out there and learn curling? I'm pretty sure we can find somebody
that
is
is
curling.
First of all, I'm pretty sure that they are not. That's not even close to long enough, but it would be interesting.
Oh,
at least
it's not.
It's not long enough, but we can learn.
We can.
You know, there's a place.
Baby steps.
There's a place in I think it's in Minnesota, Bemidji. It's a high school in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's like the only high school in the country, I think, that had, or at least to my last knowledge, it's like one of the last places in the only place in the country that has a high school team, and they compete with like national teams because there's no like.
There's no other.
Curling.
Hey,
Yeah.
there's a Kansas City curling
That's
club.
what I'm saying. There's one in Olathe.
I kind of want to go to Bemidji.
There's one in Olathe. Yeah.
Okay, well, we might have to make a trip
One
to
in
Olathe.
Kansas
Blue
City.
Springs.
Hey, guys, stay tuned. You might see some curling coming out of the Buzz Bearded BS broadcast. You never know.
Right. Hey, as long as the losers get
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah, losers get beers.
Losers get beers.
We just start hucking the stones.
Right. Woo!
Shot putting.
Way!
Kobe!
Go Tune!
What a good shot!
Make it rain!
It's like, what a shot! It didn't even make it down the lane, and it dented the ice. It's like, yeah, but I'm getting beer. Well, gentlemen, this has been
Why do you got to do this to me?
what?
You yelled Colby, and I would just want to say something that I can't say.
You've said enough.
Right.
You've said enough.
Yeah.
Just shut up. So, well, gentlemen, as you know, the rule is the bottle's gone, the time is done.
Wait.
are.
Hold on.
Oh God.
No, this ain't bad. What do you think about the new NCAA tournament court for
Dude,
Big
yeah,
12.
where it's light.
It's glass and LED.
LED. Yeah, they're like changing it. It looks crazy.
Dude,
It-
I was like,
It looks.
that's going to be fucking cool.
I hadn't seen that yet.
But but
sorry.
I can't wait for that to
it
go
reminds
bad.
it reminds me
Right?
of like Oregon's basketball court that's just ugly.
I haven't seen Oregon's court.
You
so
have not. You got to
No.
Google Oregon's basketball court because it's ugly.
Is it what?
It's a
well,
bunch of trees and like,
Oh.
but
oh, yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah.
it's bad.
So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So that has like Final Destination written all over it. But yeah, hey,
but they're
whatever,
changing.
man.
They're changing it like for the teams and everything else. And I was like, ugh.
So when I was stationed in Okie and on our flight back, the in-flight movie was Final Destination.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What a hell of a movie to show.
No.
Did you know, first time I ever saw Final Destination was 2 days before I rode on my first plane.
Oh shit!
No.
I literally, I was a young kid. I was like telling my parents,
Isn't
like,
it ironic? Don't you think?
To this day,
Isn't
it
it
doesn't
ironic?
matter if it's lumber or trees. I just move over. Fuck it.
oh yeah, when the truck's going through
Yeah.
there. I'll never forget. I was driving. So this is back when I was going to UCM. So I had to drive down Kansas City on that big like 6-lane highway to get off to my exit. And I remember there was a car at one point that was rolling up really close to a log hauler, and I just remember sitting there thinking, I want to see this. But I don't want to see this. And I wanted to honk at them and be like, don't you know the rules?
It's like watching a train wreck.
Well, boys.
You want to look away, but you can't.
But you
No.
can't. All right.
Boys, that's another exciting episode of
too
the
fast.
Buzz Bearded BS broadcast. We're going to have to put this one in the books. We still got more coming your way, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel, and we'll have more content coming your way as soon as we possibly can. But, boys, it's closing time. Thank you so much. Another fun
Hey.
one here.
Another great.
Another great show. Always love getting to do it. Let's close them out.
Let's go.
The light said fuck it, and that's going to do it for this episode of the Buzz Bearded BS broadcast. Hey,
That's
make
kinda
sure you
terrifying.
subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. Facebook page coming here very soon. We want to make sure that you can keep up with all of us, so make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. We'll talk to you again very soon.